All right. I have a live feed. Doors are open for the tribe. All right. All right. Doors are open. Tribe, enter and sign in, please. Kev's here, first one in the door. Happy Hump Day. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Good to see you, man. Hope you all are doing well. I'm on the far west valley. I think we hit 100 sometime today. Here it comes. It is almost June, so it's the inevitability of all of that. Life in the Sonoran Desert, man. All right, doors are open. We'll give it a minute or so, get some other tribes members in here, and then we'll get some music going. And there's Gene. The McCormick clan is in the house. Good to see you both. We're just waiting a minute or so for the rest of the tribe to show up. We'll get some music going. Kevin says, take triple-digit heat over monsoon rain, tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods. Agreed. Although I do like the monsoon rain as long as it doesn't come with roofs of restaurants being lifted off. When was that? 80s? Late 80s? We had that one monsoon, and there was a restaurant near me where I grew up, 7th Avenue in Camelback, called Beef Eaters, and it took the roof off of that restaurant and set it down in a parking lot next door. I remember that. And then we had a really bad one in the 90s, I remember. Yeah, those can get treacherous. Treacherous. I do like the monsoon rain, just not all the stuff that comes with it, and agreed with the tornadoes and flooding. Remember how the intersections in Central Phoenix, where you and I grew up, used to flood during monsoon season because they didn't have storm drains in? Most of the intersections, major intersections on a lot of those streets, would all just collect with water. There was no place else for it to go. So as long as an intersection had any kind of a slope down like this, you were up to the top of your white walls. So they solved for most of that, although the weather's changed so much we don't get those monsoon downpours like we used to when you and I were a kid. I loved tearing ass around on my Schwinn lemon peeler in September in the afternoon with rain coming down, but it was like warm, like 89 and 90 degrees. It was awesome. All right, well, the doors are open for the rest of the tribe. Let's get some, start with a little Steve Holtz, as always is good. And we'll kick off this edition of Wind Down Wednesday. If you look to the east, where the sun never sets, I'll be there at the top of the stairs, you can bet. So just pick up the phone, make a call, all your own. I'll be there when you say your last little prayer. La la la, la la, la la. You hold your head in your hands inside your body and just hang out and stay. And everybody's asking when you're coming back. And I don't have an answer, so I fade out into black. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, and I walk so slowly, the broken glass outside. I tread it oh so hot, cautiously I'm wondering where you hide. And I got notes stacked on my walls, kisses are so sweet. And all I do is wonder when again the two shall meet. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up so. Good morning, I miss waking up with you. Uh-huh, uh-huh. 100 phone bill, multiplied by 5. You look like on phone to me, hey, are you still alive? And dirty plates and bottles with a decorate my floor. And I got lots of so-called friends just knocking on my door. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up. I said, oh, good morning, I miss waking up with you. Uh-huh, uh-huh. All right, kicking this edition of Wind Down Wednesday off a little our buddy Steve Poltz. I need my cheaters. Kevin says, I was in California in the late 80s. My dad worked at the Globe. Oh, yeah. What were you doing in California in the late 80s? But my dad worked at the Globe on that corner. Yeah, that's right. So when I was a kid, that's where, if it was, we either went to Christown at Bill's Records, that later became Bill's Records and Tapes when tapes became a thing, and 8-tracks and cassettes. But Bill's Records is where I would go to get sheet music or to buy 45s. And Globe was maybe a half a mile from my house because I was at 15th and Coulter. And we'd ride our bikes to Globe because Globe had a record store in there too, and you could buy 45s and albums. And in that little strip was also two stores we went to. One was called Lucky. It was a small grocery store, and right next to it was TG&Y. So you remember those. TG&Y had, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe nowadays, but you remember it. So it was like a little knick-knack store, but they also had like fish and hamsters, and there was a place in Christown, which was also right up the road from me. Can't remember the name of it, but it had little animals in there. We'd go let the guinea pigs run loose in that store. It was right down from Goog's, I think it was. Not Googie's, but Goog's. It was one of those little restaurants inside Christown. And I love that. My mom would take us to lunch there. That's where I can still, right now, if I smell, or even in my head, dill pickles, that's what they put on their burgers. And they had these crinkle fries. And they had booths set up right along the aisle, like it was like chest high, and you could sit in these booths, and this little wall was right there. On the other side of it was the mall. People would be walking by, and you could sit there and eat. And so I remember going to that place. They also had a Miracle Mile on there, which I loved. But can't remember the name of that little store. Woolworths? No, that was more of a clothing store in Christown. But Globe, we would ride our bikes to Globe. That was like half mile or less from me. And then they had that TG&Y, and it was called Lucky. We used to get, I remember going there looking for karate magazines and like Car and Driver. I was 13 years old, but I saw a movie called Last American Hero with Jeff Bridges at the Bethany Theater. And it was about a kind of a true to life story about a stock car racer named Junior Johnson. And so I got really into like stock cars. And I remember riding up to Globe with lawnmower money, or to Lucky. And they had a magazine stand inside there, and you could find magazines and that. So that's where I used to go there. So your dad worked at Globe? Man, that's crazy. They had a Globe tire right next to it, or Globe Auto. It was all built into that big long thing. Yeah, so Globe was like, what, like Woolworths that had a huge, it might have even had a deli in there. I love those old department stores that had like a short order deli. You get shakes and burgers and stuff. There was also one at Indian School, and was it like 12th or 16th Street? There was a big Woolworths, and that's where they put in, what was that huge country bar back when Urban Cowboy was big? Not Electric Stampede, I can't remember. You'll remember it. Your memory's probably better than mine. My friend Van, that I grew up with since first grade, he was a bouncer, and when I came home on leave from the Air Force, he got me in to see Janie Fricke. She was a country artist there. And I also saw, oh man, I must be tired, I'm just blanking. Oh gosh. Who I didn't see, and he said of all the years he worked there as a bouncer, the best show he ever saw was the Beach Boys back in the 80s. They trucked in thousands of pounds of sand, put a big beach up in there with beach volleyball and everything, and the Beach Boys played there. I'll think of who it was. Chuck Berry. I saw Chuck Berry there at the, oh, you guys, you probably already typed it. I'm just talking. Grand Central Station. Graham Central. I ever called it Grand. So did I. It was actually Graham. Your dad worked at that Globe. That's crazy. Liquor manager Knight, right, 72, until 72. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't have been buying liquor there or cared. I was all about albums in 72 when I was 12, records. I bought American Graffiti was the first double album I bought. I bought the soundtrack. I saved up all my money. It was like $14 back then. That was like $140 now. And I bought it there. I also bought my first 45 there. Was Joy to the World by, oh God, Bruce, what the hell's wrong with your brain? Three Dog Night. Yeah, so we used to go and buy 45s and stuff there all the time. Your dad was working when I was there. Z, AC/DC. Oh, I can't hear you. That's okay, Z. Rock on. Huh. Gene said it was Woolworths. That was it, near Montgomery Ward. No, this wasn't Woolworths. The one I'm thinking of it wasn't a clothing store. It was a small little kind of very small department store. If you walked into Christown in the main entry and took a right, it was right there, like on the corner. Skaggs. Wow, I haven't thought of that. Mike's here. Welcome, Mike. Rainy, Southwest Michigan. Awesome. Stay dry, buddy. Skaggs had a small eatery bar. Yeah. So where I'm talking, going through the main entrance, picture that, take a right. Right there in the corner was this little department store. And right down from that was that little restaurant. It had booths right there. You could walk by and people were eating. I used to love to sit there. My mom would take us there. Yeah, it was Graham Central, Three Dog Night. That's it. Awesome. Did I miss anybody? I've been talking. No, all caught up. All right. So the Zenzas are at AC/DC. Awesome. But he checked in. That's cool. Okay, the Globe had a bakery, no deli. Okay, Dad used to always like fresh. I probably remember that. It's just been too long ago. I just remember the records. We used to go there for records or make the longer hike to Bill's Records. That's where I took guitar lessons in the basement when I was 9. From Mr. Rico. Classical flamenco. Very grateful. Give me the foundation for everything I do. Bill's Records. There's the Batgirl. Wait. We're just reminiscing about growing up in Phoenix. And restaurants and stuff. Kevin's dad worked at an old department store called Globe, which I used to ride to about a half mile from my house to get records. And he was there at the same time I would have gone in there, only he worked at the liquor counter, which I would not have gone to at 12 years of age. Much less cared. I was into records. I don't know how we got onto that, but it was, I don't know, reminiscing about, it started with, we hit triple digits today, I think, and Kevin said he would rather have that over monsoons and tornadoes and everything, and I said, I do miss the monsoons when we were kids. I remember terrassing around on my Schwinn lemon peeler in September with monsoon rains coming down at like 89 degrees outside. It was so awesome. Riding in the rain was fun, and then we just got reminiscing about growing up here. Kels is here. Good to see you. Kev, it was actually under the Walgreens umbrella. Oh, okay. Yeah, those old stores, Skaggs and yeah, so TG&Y and Lucky were the two stores right there. TG&Y was like a knick-knack store. Lucky was a little bigger, but I used to get Car and Driver magazine and karate magazines at Lucky. That's all torn down and been rebuilt. But Globe, yeah, it was just a big department store. I think Gene's right. The Woolworths, though, is where Graham Central was. And they had that was a big department store with a deli bar. I used to love those. Get milkshakes and short order burgers and fries and stuff. All in the same place where you were shopping for food and clothing and stuff. Just nostalgic, but I like those places. All right. Well, I got home with just enough time to get this fired up, get my laundry going. No idea what I'm playing as usual. He says, you may think a great song for you. Send it to you later. Oh, okay, cool. Always love the song recommendations. Well, I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. And words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react. Well, games that played themselves out never meant to have. No, I blew the lines. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going. I guess I'm tired. I forget the name of people and things. Played themselves out. boat and point it home. We still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You make it now. Falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't sleep. And moods that take me and erase me, and I'm painted black. Well, you have suffered enough, and ward yourself out. It's time that you won. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You've made it now. Falling slowly, sing your melody. I sing it loud. Ooh. Oh. I paid the cost to late. Now you're gone. All right, a little Glenn Hansard. All right, all caught up on comments and check-ins. What was I going to share? Oh yeah, last night was the season finale for The Voice. So I don't watch any of those, but my roommate said, "Hey, the finale's on." So I watched them before, and I don't mind watching the end and seeing who I think should stay. And America votes. And I had a friend of mine, Johnny Hayes, who was introduced to me. I got to meet him once before he made it big on The Voice in Nashville. My last trip to Nashville, my motorcycle trip. My friend Kelly and her then fiance, now wife, brought me to see him and a buddy of his play. And I got to meet him and talk with him. And then he went on The Voice. And I started following him, and he got down to the end. And it was between him and another guy. And Johnny was a performer all over the stage. Well, he's still down in like Georgia and those places he plays. He's got a band called The Love Seats, Johnny and the Love Seats. And I stayed in touch with him during that show. And he clearly should have won. And they voted for the other guy that was good but not great. Johnny was great. So then they brought Johnny back. They had this thing where they bring back people. And they brought him back for another try because he was that good. And he didn't win. He should have, and I'm not just biased. He was great. What a blues guitar player, and what a vocalist and a showman. He was so good. So anyway, but America votes, so it's however that ends up. So last night, we watched the finale, and there were like, I think, two women and 3 guys, like 5 finalists. And the first hour of the show was, if you've seen it, you know this. I've only seen it like twice, 3 times maybe. So they go back and they recap what's happened during this season. So I kind of got to see who all the finalists are and who they mentored, and John Legend and everybody pairs up and they're their coach. So I got to see kind of how they performed, and then it got down to the last 5, and I said, here's the first one that should go, and not out of meanness. It's like, she doesn't have good pitch control, and she sounds nice, but it's like it's not where you need to be to win that. And fourth, first, second, third, and a runner-up. And so I said, this is who I think the order is. And one by one, I was 100% correct. So not just because I was, but America got it right. Apparently enough people in America voted the same way I did. I didn't vote, but that's who I would have picked. So, and they were all good, but there was, the fifth place just didn't have, her pitch was off. It was, just a little bit. You got to have, that pitch has got to be right on the mark. And so, and the third and second place was kind of a toss-up, but I went with who I thought probably just had the edge, and I was right. And then the guy I picked to win won. He had a voice that stood out. I mean, it just doesn't sound like anybody else. And that's why I've told people for a long time, it's like, oh, you should go on the road. And I've had people say, I can get you bookings and stuff. And it's like, first of all, I don't have enough of my own songs. I do love doing covers. The honest truth is that I work really hard on my vocals. Sometimes I think my vocal is my primary instrument. I said, but I'm really honest and upfront and settled in with this. My voice does not stand out. It's good, but I don't have a distinctive voice where you hear it and go, oh, like that guy last night when I heard him sing, I was in the kitchen. And that guy came on, I had never seen him, and I heard him sing, and I went, oh man, now that's a voice. It doesn't sound like anybody else's. It really stood out, and it was a little raspy and soulful, and that's the guy that won. So you have, like Steve Poltz says, as big as he is across the globe, he goes, I never had that it factor. He said, Jewel had the it factor. So they wrote You Were Meant for Me. She had that little extra thing that you just need, like, to be a superstar or a big star. And Steve was really honest about it. He goes, I just never had that it factor. But he's a fantastic singer-songwriter and a guitar player that's like, I'm pretty good, but he's just like, here. And so I've just been really settled with that for a long time. So I know good when I hear it. Song arrangements, writing, vocalists. And last night, I listened to all 5 of them, their backstories, watched them perform, and I went, here's the order, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it went exactly that way. So I don't know. It has nothing to do with me. It's just that that's the way America heard it, I guess, and voted. So I can hear really good. There's a lot of qualities, and that has nothing to do with stage performance. That's completely different. I was going strictly on vocals, how the vocals sounded, how really well they hit the pitch and stayed on it. And then the one guy had a voice that just sounded different, that wasn't like anybody else's, which I don't have. I've got a good, strong vocal, and I've got good control of my pitch when I'm singing a lot. But my voice doesn't stand out. That's why the songs that I've written, I would love to have somebody, like, pitch them in Nashville and have somebody that's big record my song. Like, there's no ego in that. It's like, I love these songs I've written, but it's like, there's nothing about my voice that would get them on a radio. Not like I even care about doing that. But somebody else could record my songs, like, and do a really good job at it because they have that little extra thing. So you got to be in the top, like, 1 or 2% that sets you apart from anybody. Like when, I don't remember her name, she's been passed away a long time ago. She was the secretary running the desk at Sun Studio when Elvis went in to record his little acetate just record for his mom for $5 before he was anybody. And the lady asked him, so who do you sound like? And he goes, I don't sound like nobody. That was his quote. But you have to sound like somebody. He goes, I don't sound like nobody. So he had a voice that was distinct. He did sound like a black artist. He did. That's what Sam Phillips was looking for. So if I could find a white boy that sounds like a black artist, I can make $1 million. Well, he sold Elvis's contract for $50,000 to Colonel Parker. So because he had he didn't have the time to promote him. So he made his best decision. But he had a good ear for that. But Elvis had a very distinct voice. It just didn't sound like anybody. So that's what those performers last night had to have. Really good pitch control and all that, but they had to have a voice that doesn't sound like anybody else. That's why it's called The Voice. Johnny Hayes, you can type him in, Hayes, The Voice. You can see it's called the blind audition, where all the coaches are turned around, not facing you, and you just go up and sing, and they start turning around, hitting buttons, saying, yes, I want to be your coach. So I found his last night from like 13, 12 years ago, And then you can see Johnny and the Love Seats. Man, does he have just a soulful, great, raspy, really good voice. And that's what sets you apart. Anyway, so if you want to be on those shows, my daughter years ago said, you should go on America's Got Talent. It's like, I appreciate that, but my voice does not set me apart from anybody else. And I'm okay with that. I like my voice. It's just not distinct. You got to have that. So I watched that last night, and I picked in order 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. So, because that's the way it sounded to me. I've been talking for a long time. Sorry. Amy says she's going to send me a song. Forgot about that show. Oh, The Voice? Yeah. I'll look him up. Yeah, Johnny Hayes, Johnny and the Love Seats. Interesting to hear the take on it. Yeah, I got to meet him, and we stayed in touch, and I'm on his Facebook, and once a year, his birthday pops up, and I send him a happy birthday. But I'm still on his Facebook where he plays and stuff. He is really good. That voice is just, and he owns that stage, man. He's all over it. He still got robbed, in my opinion. The other guy was really good. Johnny was great, and there's a difference. Yeah, that's the take from a musician. Yep. Oh, man. I suddenly got influenced by all that talk about, not my voice, but because Elvis is. I haven't done this in a long time. Well, since my baby left me, and I found a new place to dwell, it's not a day in a lonely street that's Heartbreak Hotel. You'll be so lonely, baby. You'll be so lonely. You'll be so lonely, you could die. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room where broken-hearted lovers still cry there in their gloom. You'll be so lonely, baby. You'll be so lonely. You'll be so lonely, you could die. Now the bellhops tears keep flowing, and the desk clerk's dressed in black. Well, they've been so long, lonely street, they'll never get back. And you'll be so lonely, baby. You'll be so lonely. You'll be so lonely, you could die. So if your baby leaves you and you got a chance to tell, just take go down lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel. You'll be so lonely, baby. You'll be so lonely. You'll be so lonely, you'll die. Oh man, once that spirit moves. Lord, remind me, I feel my temperature rising. High, it's running through my soul. Girl, you gonna set me on fire. My brain is flaming, I don't know which way to go. Yeah, because your kisses are lifting me higher, like a sweet song of the choir. Yeah, you light my morning sky with burning love. Ooh, 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 I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming, and I must be 100. Please won't you help me? I feel like I'm slipping away. Yeah, it's hard to breathe, and my chest is aching. Yeah, Lord have mercy, I'm burning a hole where I lay. Yeah, because your kisses are leaving behind like a sweet song on the choir. Yeah, you light my morning sky, burning love. I'm burning in love. I'm just a hunker burning in love. I'm just a hunker burning in love. Just a hunker burning in love. Yeah, hunker burning in love. Woo! We're caught in the trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can't go on together, suspicious mind, and we can't do our dreams on suspicious mind. So with no friend I know, I try to say that love, but I still see suspicion in your eyes. Here we go again, asking where I've been, and you can't see these tears are real uncried. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't do our dreams on suspicious minds. Won't let our love survive, or dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die. Honey, you know I never lied to you. Yeah, yeah. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see? Whoa, what you doing to me when you don't believe the word I'm saying? Don't you know I'm caught in a trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Woo! Huh. Oh, I don't know where that came from, but the mood struck me. If I did it right, these strings should be knocked out of tune a little, and they are. Because it's rock and roll, man. Gotta go big or go home. Get caught up here. Oh, I'm caught up. Amy says, nice, thank you. Yeah, there's a little Elvis mini set out of nowhere. Oh, stuff I haven't done in a while. Bought a set of new strings yesterday. Just haven't put them on. I need to do that between now and Fiesta Friday, I think. I'm still feeling some Elvis. How many girls choose cotton-dressed worlds when they could have satins and lace, and stand by her man, never once letting shame touch her face? How many hearts could live through all the winters we've known and still not be cold? True love travels on a gravel road. Love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on slow streets paved with gold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Down through the years we've had hard times and tears, but they only helped our love grow. And we'll stay together no matter how strong the wind blows. Not once have I seen your blue eyes filled with envy or stray from the one that you hold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on slow streets paved with gold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, true love travels on a gravel road. Oh, there's a little encore. Love that song. No new check-ins or comments. Okay. Am I still live? Yep. All right. Sometimes I just need to check. Oh, okay. Let's see. How about requests? My muse is kind of being mute at the moment. So I'll take anything you want to hear out of my set list. So if anything strikes you, and if not, I'll just keep playing. And he says Beatles. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose lose that girl. If you don't treat her right, take her out tonight, she's gonna change her mind. And I will take her out tonight and I'll treat her kind. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. If you don't treat her right, my friend, she's gonna find her gone. 'Cause I will treat her right and then you'll be the only one. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose. I'll make a point of taking her away from you. Watch what you do, yeah. The way you treat her, what else can I do? You're gonna lose that girl. 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 You're gonna lose. I'll make a point of taking her away from you. Watch what you do, yeah. The way you treat her, what else can I do? If you don't take her out tonight, she's gonna change her mind. And I will take her out tonight and I'll treat her kind. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. Bo, by request. I don't do that often, but I do love that song. Considering I only first heard it last year, discovered it. I know, it's amazing. Amy says, Lost Connection. I don't know that song. Just kidding. You're back. Okay, good. Sounds great. Well, I'm glad you get the... It was your request, so I hope you heard it, or most of it. Absolutely. Because not everybody, but I found that statement to be true. This old man and me, we're in a bar and we're having us some beers and swapping item cares, talking politics, blonde and red-headed chicks, old dogs and new tricks, and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised, and then I heard the old man say, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? So damn to find out. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through, my 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death, he lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me, yeah. But God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. Then one sunny day, saw the old man's face, front page obituary, He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. So I stopped by today to say thanks and pray. So I left a six-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, and people crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people crazy. Yeah. God is great, beer is good, and people crazy. All right. By request from the person who requested that I think about learning that. So there you go. It's come full circle. While we're closing in, and he says, I heard all of it. Thanks. Dave. Yes, trying to get enough pucker factor on there. So I had my monthly appointment I started a few months ago with my stylist, who was in the salon suites where I first started my practice. And she's so awesome, great energy. And so she was talking. She's getting married. She's been with her fiance forever, but they already had a wedding officiant. I said, "Oh, I would have loved that." She goes, "Oh, we're kind of doing it backwards. We're doing this, and we're flying all over." So that never happened. So I got thinking about weddings, and then my client this afternoon, long-term client, she's a big movie buff and rock and roll band music, and we're talking about she loves horror movies and Final Destination. I think I mentioned the other day just came out. I went and saw that in the theater. That was the last movie Tony Todd made. In that series before he passed, and I got my picture like 8 or 9 years ago with him. I posted it last fall after he passed away. He was such a great guy at a Hollywood signing show. So we get talking about that stuff in movies, and we got talking about Adam Sandler movies and The Wedding Singer. And I said, "Oh, I learned that song "Grow Old with You" because of that movie, and I used to end my Friday night sets with it." This B string. Every guitar is different. Frets are different. Even when you use intonation tuning, it doesn't always work. Okay, that's better. So I was thinking about ending on that one, but you can't deny a request from one of your own originals. So yeah, so let's we're closing in on the end of the hour, so I'm not even sure who's left, but yeah, I will absolutely let's close on Sunshine Day or both. Okay, all right, so Sunshine plus an encore. When the daylight breaks in, drowning in my bed, been adrift all night, swimming in my head, touching hands, but we ain't talking. I grab my boots and I go out walking on a sunshine day. Make my way downtown and I'm passing by your place. The only peace I've found is at the altar of your grace. bell to say if you're home. It ain't wet to be alone on the sunshine day. And I want to close my eyes, heal your bruise and steal your blues away. Time's on our side, ain't no need to hide, babe, just cast those fears away. On a sunshine day. Now many friends have come and gone, times will change, but a heart wants what it wants, this truth remains. Every door has got its key, just open up and come with me on a sunshine day. Yeah, we got time, wash those worries away, just drink in these words I say. On a sunshine day. There's this truth down in my soul you can't shake. It's a vow I've cut in stone, no one can break. Any fruit can turn to wine, every road blossoms with time and a sunshine day. Just close your eyes, it ain't no thing, I'll sing your blues away. Everything is fine, it's safe outside, babe. Hey, what do you say? Ain't no need to hide. Set your troubles aside, put your clouds away. Just come on out and play. On a sunshine day. 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 Woo! By request. Man, to get a request for your own song is awesome. Amy said or both. You're welcome. All right, so we'll end on Adam Sandler from The Wedding Singer. I want to make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I want to do is grow old with you. I get your medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Yeah, it can be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. I need you, feed you, and even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Yeah, I could be the man who grows old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, take your shoes off and massage your feet. I need to feed you. And when we play checkers, I'll let you cheat. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Yeah, I could be the one who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you. Oh, that was great. That felt perfect to end on. One and an encore. I like that. Thank you for those. Thanks for those requests. You're welcome, Amy. Jean says, thanks so much. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in as always on this Wind Down Wednesday, which Kev calls Happy Hump Day. So, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thanks for keeping yourselves healthy. Those immune systems bolstered up. Amy Beth Klum, I sent you a boatload of distance Reiki healing night before last. Was it last night? No, because I said Sunday night. Monday night. I sent you Sunday, and then I sent you more Monday, unannounced. So Tuesday, today's Wednesday. A ton to help you get well. So I trust that that's working. It's magic, and you're doing much better. Plus the healing power of music. I definitely believe, though, in the healing power of the spirit and Reiki. So I sent a ton of that. I was about to say thank you. That was the turning point. Yeah, I sent it Sunday when I said I would, but I left my my Reiki healing hand movements out here, and I sent a massive ton on Monday, just to pay it forward a little. So, and I wanted to see how you're doing. So, anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. It was so good to see you. As you're sliding down, I just lose track of my days. This is Wednesday, sliding into your Friday, or I will be back. Same bat time and channel, 7 p.m. Mountain, for Fiesta Friday. And hope everybody has a great rest of your hump day, Wind Down Wednesday. Thanks, Mike. Tuned in. Kelsey tuned in. At some point, Z there at ACDC, but he at least said hello. Amy's in Ohio, so that's our Michigan, Ohio, Arizona love triangle for tonight. And then the McCormick clan. Always glad to see all of you. Amy says, feeling much better. Oh, yeah. Coughing, but the worst is over. Still fever, coughing. Then I shall continue with sending that energy to you tonight and that Reiki healing protocol. The worst is over. Glad to see that. All right, my tribe, thanks for checking in. Have a wonderful rest of your Wind Down Wednesday, and I will see you next time.